right, ladies and gentlemen, it is the gurus of first impressions. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
The best leadership happens when you step away for 10 minutes.
This is Back in 10.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Back in 10. I am Jen.
And I'm Savannah.
Excuse me, Savannah, that was not sing-songy enough. Try again, please.
That was Savannah.
I know it was very Eeyore. And I'm Savannah.
Nailed it!
That's better. That is what we are now accustomed to. Thank you for that. So, speaking on that, today we were talking about your first impression when your patients come into the office and when they look at you online and all those fun things, Savannah. So,
I don't know about you, Jen, but after having worked in a dental practice, now anytime I go into my doctor's office or a nail salon, I am so judgmental, especially if it's my first time in that practice. And
Yeah.
I kind of hate that I'm so judgmental, but I also know what a good first impression is and what to strive for. So I can't wait to dive into this one.
I know, me too. And I think, you just said nail salon. So we just had a girls' day recently, I have to say that, with Addie, my oldest. The three of us went, and man, that nail salon, it was perfection. Like, yeah, the gel polish and the regular polish were like in a clear container. It was just so aesthetically pleasing and so neat and organized, and not like I would wanna do this, but I felt like I could eat, like, off of their floor. Like, that's how clean it was.
And
And that's
the
important.
nail techs were very kind, very happy and smiley, offered me a little bottle of water. And then before we got to the pedicure chair, they stopped at this little station to let me determine which scent foot scrub I wanted. So I like choices.
All
I
about
like
the
choices.
experience, man.
All about
Yeah.
the experience. But where does
Yes.
the experience really start when it comes to your first impression for your patients?
Honestly, it's before they walk in. We
Absolutely.
talked about this in previous, episodes here too, is not only are your future patients, but your future team members are looking at your socials and your website and everything. So you need to make sure that that first impression is a good one, right? Like there's pictures of your team, it's showing them being happy, it's showing your space, your neat, clean, tidy space, right? We talked about like less clutter on the walls and things too, right?
Mhm.
So I think it starts there. I know, Savannah, you've done a ton on social media, marketing, all of that fun stuff too. So what are your thoughts on that? Like, what's the most important thing?
I think you nailed it on the head when you said pictures of the facility, pictures of your practice, pictures of the team. I want to know who I'm going to be seeing. Even if I don't know the team member specifically, but I want to see the faces of who works at the practice. I also, like everyone else these days, look at reviews. So if your practice reviews are not up to snuff, you have some soul searching to do and some talking points to be had with your team so they can start asking and generating those reviews, especially for Google. I know there are a lot of marketing companies out there that offer you a dedicated landing page and will automate messaging to collect these reviews and put on that landing page, but Google is the king. The more Google reviews you can get, the better you're going to show up in searches. Google is king. Go Google review first. But something important to remember is that you don't want to flood your Google reviews in one day. That is a red flag
Right.
to Google. So you want to spread out the love. So whether it's one team member's day of, hey, your whole chair, so your 10 patients, please ask for a Google review. And hopefully all 10 of them write a review. And if not, they don't. But it's better than having 40 reviews in one day, 0 reviews for the next 3 months. So make sure to spread your review love and always reply to your reviews, good or bad. But don't
Yeah.
go into dissertations if it is a negative review. You don't want to do. We can talk about that in a follow-up episode.
Don't break
It's a
HIPAA.
formality. Don't break HIPAA. No, no.
No, very
Um,
general, very general.
and something to also think about when it comes to first impressions socially is if you are implementing new patient online booking, what does that messaging look like? Is it sterile? Is it unfriendly? You want to make sure any automations that you have implemented into your online booking are personable and they reflect the team that the patient's going to meet when they walk in the office. Something to think
Yeah,
about.
and whose voice is on the answering machine? Or like when
Yeah.
the patient calls, does it ring first or does it say like welcome to, like thank you for calling back in 10? What is that voice? Because I know my voice was on every office. It still is actually after not being there for what 2.5 years, and it's still there. So I call and it's me. I'm greeted by myself. But it's really important to know what that looks like from every angle. So now, okay, so we've talked about before the patient comes into the practice, we talked about, their website a little bit, talked about the socials, the
Mhm.
reviews.
Mhm.
So now they're coming into the office. One of the things that I love to do, and I built this into the team meetings, and it was usually like every 6 months. So we do it twice a year. And we would do like a little punch list. So I would give everyone on the team like a clipboard or a little notepad and say, okay, starting from the parking lot and coming into the office, let's look up, down, left, right, look everywhere and see what we need to do, like do the tour, right? One of the things that I found at one of the offices was parking the meters was very challenging. That's not really anything that we can't do anything about that because it's through the town. However, we can make a video. We can do different things to send to them or like a walkthrough sheet just to make it easier for everyone. Um, but looking for cobwebs, looking for dings in the wall, anything like that. Like think about if you're buying a new house and you're walking in that punch list that you have for a contractor, like what is it? Go through and do everything, even down to your five senses, right? What do you smell? One of the big things about a dental office is that, I don't want it to smell like a dental office. I'll say that. There's some offices that I'll walk into and I'm like, oh man, there is nothing else going on here. It just smells
That
like,
bleach is strong. I feel like I'm at a public
yeah,
swimming pool.
yeah, or like chlorine or it's stale. Like there's no airflow in there. If you need certain plugins, there was a specific scent that we liked that we would always use. I know Savannah, you and I are big on scents too. So even
Oh, yeah.
getting a diffuser and what that means for your practice, it's huge what that could do just to help to calm patients' nerves too and make it
Mhm.
feel more homey.
Mhm. And there are patients who are sensitive to smells, so it's important to, do a survey of a select number of patients to see if it's something that you can actually implement in your practice. If not, if COVID taught us anything, it's that air purifiers help move air and clean it up. So invest in some high quality air purifiers to just freshen things up and move the air around. It's when
Yeah.
it feels heavy. I hear you.
It's not just the viruses, it's just the airflow.
The airflow.
Yeah.
One thing that I implemented in the practice because I wanted it wherever I went was a charging station. So we would have a start charging station in the reception area for patients if in the event that one of the clinicians was running behind, they could plug in, or if family members were waiting for any patients, they could also plug in too. So that was a nice little perk.
That's
And put your Wi-Fi password out for people. They're gonna
mhm.
ask. Just share the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Make a
and have
guest
one that's
Wi
yes, make sure it's guest so they're not accessing your private network that all of your other equipment is on, right? But absolutely share that stuff. I know some offices will have like water or coffee or different things like that too. For me, this is what I'll say, and it's a personal preference. Oh my goodness. I have Invisalign now too, so don't mind me. My pronunciation. I'm a little switched trays yesterday and they're a little anyways.
A little tight.
Yeah, they're a little tight. So I would prefer not to have coffee in the waiting room because then it looks like that patient's going to be there for a while waiting. It is a reception area where you come in, or greeting area, whatever you want to call it. Change the name of it, because when you tell a patient, hey, you can go take a seat in the waiting room, it's automatic that they're going to wait. And every office, every doctor, every dentist, they usually always wait. So for me, I would rather not have a Keurig or something like that, a coffee machine. A bottle of water is fine. They can take it with them. But if there's a coffee machine, I'm like, oh, I'm going to be here a while. Like, yeah. So I don't know. To me, that's just it's a personal preference. And I think you could offer it to someone, but when it's out open in the waiting area, to me, it just looks like I'm going to be here a while. If you had it like in the team break room in the back and then someone could offer it, I think it's just different. And again, that's a personal preference, but just something to think about what that looks like.
I think it may be different in a pediatric practice where the parents are waiting for the patient to come back out, where the coffee, teas is appropriate. I agree with you that it does send the message of, oh God, I'm going to be here a while. I don't know, maybe you have a backstash that if you're in a general practice or a practice that sees adults, and they bring a buddy with them, maybe you can offer them something, a special patient coffee, tea from the back. You can do that, but leaving it out is, I agree.
We used to do that before too, and have like custom coffee mugs. Don't give it to them in paper. Like have a nice solid mug, right? And they can take it with them if they want. You can offer that too. But just it's that extra level also of customer service. If you ask them like, hey, like if say you came in with someone, right? Hey, I know that you're waiting. Can I get you a cup of coffee or tea? Like it's just that extra connection. They might not even be a patient there, but now they might want to be. Right. So just asking instead of just having it open is also just a different level of customer service.
I totally agree. In the last 2 minutes of this episode, Jen, let's talk about first impressions with the call out to the patient. So, meaning when the clinician comes out to the front desk to get that new patient, what are your thoughts on that? I've heard some doozies.
Oh, yeah. There's been some. Come on back here. I got a room with a view. Like some weird. And I'm not joking. Yeah.
I know. I believe you.
Oh, some. Yeah. You want to come back here and take a ride in my chair? I'm like, excuse me? No, I do not. No, but I think just calling that person, just saying, especially if it's a new patient, how about you walk out to them?
You should walk out
and shake their hand and greet them and have that personal touch. Don't stand from a doorway and say, Savannah, like, this is not a deli counter. I'm not calling numbers. We're in the business of treating people and caring for people. So to care for people, we need to come out, greet them where they are, and welcome them.
We would have whatever front admin checked in the new patient. They would walk out with the clinician and hand off the new patient to the clinician.
Oh, hey, girl, I love that.
I want you to meet your hygienist today. Her name's Nancy. You're in great hands. Our patients love her, and I'll see you when you come out. Just that extra handoff. If we're going to have a walkout, you have to have a delivery of that same caliber too.
Yeah. I've actually seen in some offices that they had a position and the title was Director of First Impressions.
Oh, love it. Keep it.
And it was an admin team member And that was their main job. They greeted everyone when they came in. They asked them if they wanted coffee. Yes, they did other admin tasks, but that was their main focus, was to make that patient feel extraordinary and that they were a member of that team. I was like, that's fantastic. I love that.
Beautiful.
Can you imagine that on your website too? With, this is Savannah with a beautiful picture of her beautiful face, and it's our director of first impressions. How amazing!
Or patient navigator. I didn't have a first impression. I had a patient navigator who would have to handle all of that, and then would also complete all of the new patient paperwork, follow through. Yeah. So it was just gave them a very roundabout experience.
Yeah, and I'll say, look, with that, to wrap that up here, your admin team member, I'm going to say, please don't have their title be admin team member or front desk. That's a part of the first impression. So you can have their title be anything that you want. Ask them, talk to your team. That should be one of the things that you talk about when you're doing like your first impression audit. Talk about it. Talk about what that looks like. But please do not have their position be an object.
No, the front desk.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to bring up the
sweet Jesus.
Yeah. So I think there's so many different things that you can do, but I think the biggest thing is make that patient feel warm. When they're in your office, they're going to remember not only how you greeted them, but how they left. So it's really important that that experience is good from start to finish. So
start to finish. You know what? Yep. We're going to finish right now. We'll be back in 10, everyone. See you later.
Peace out.
Make a good first impression.
Thanks for spending a few minutes with us on Back in 10.
If something made you laugh, nod, or feel a little more human, share it with a friend and make sure that you're subscribed.
You can also follow us on Instagram at Back in 10 Pod for more behind the scenes, updates, and probably a little chaos.
We're not here to have it all figured out. We're just here to tell you the things that we wish someone had told us.
And remind you that leadership doesn't have to be perfect, just real.
We'll be back in 10.